Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. It is I, your girl Basby, and this is Basby TV. Happy Martin Luther King Day, everybody. It's Monday night. Y'all know we are here for Loving Hip Hop, the Family Reunion, Season 2, Episode 6, if I ain't mistaken, Another Other Woman. Let's jump right into it. Okay. So we got Brooke and Marcus. They're meeting up with Sin and Booby for brunch this morning, which is a very unlikely pair because we do remember back in the day that Booby and Marcus was kind of essentially fighting over Brooke's affection at one point in time. So Booby takes this time because he feels inspired from Shakana's healing night to go ahead and tell Marcus, I'm sorry about what happened. I love your relationship, and I would have not wanted any other way. I love your kids, all this, blah, blah, blah. And Marcus was just like, Brooke always said if we would have met on different terms, we would have been the best of friends because we are so much alike. And I believe that because y'all essentially only disliked each other because of the whole thing that happened with Brooke when Brooke was basically playing with y'all emotions. So I'm so glad they are past that. Then Sin starts talking. They start talking about the whole thing between Sin and Erica. And Sin was just like, I don't have the problem with Erica. Erica has a problem with me. Erica has all this energy for me. And you know what? I do believe Sin. I feel like Sin will probably even be Erica's, I wouldn't say friend, but they could definitely be associates. Like, we both work on the same network with each other. We both in the same franchise together. Like, I feel like Sin would have been on a cool set with her. But Erica definitely has a problem with Sin. It's like when you have that ex that breaks up with you that just never seems to get past this breakup. That is exactly what Erica is giving me. Erica is so miserable in life. And I guess seeing Sin just makes it even worse. Because Sin is living her life. Like, she had a bad breakup too. And Sin is just living her best life. And Erica, you need to do the same. Sin starts to talk about the whole Cisco thing, saying how Cisco was supposed to apologize to her that night. She's thinking that he's pulling her off to the side to talk about the whole thing with the song situation and essentially just apologizing. But instead, all he wants to talk about is this whole thing between her and Booby and basically her flaunting their relationship in his face. Marcus was like, well, today we're doing we're splitting up the group. The girls are going one way, the guys are going another way. And I want to pull Cisco to the side and I want to talk to him about it because he feels like he needs to come out and apologize like everybody else feels like he do. But of course, Cisco finds other things to talk about every time he gets a moment to be able to express to Sin that he is sorry for being a major fuckboy. Stevie is up in his room, strumming on the guitar, got his little vibe going. He feel a little music in him. And apparently, y'all all know Stevie J was a part of the Hitmakers back in the day with P. Diddy. He worked on songs with Mary J and 112. So, Stevie is actually legitly somebody who was out here in this business back in the day working with Mariah. All that when, Bad Boys was really on their popping shit. But I did not know that Stevie had produced a song on Drake's latest album. I didn't look up the song because I did not fucking care. But, fun fact. So while he's in his room feeling the vibe, here come Peter, and Peter is sitting there talking with him. And Stevie was like, man, I see you got a Minotaur out here. How did you get them two to get out here? A check. That's how he got them to come out here. It's a check to be got. New York ain't filming. We don't know when Love and Hip Hop New York gonna come back. We came for a check. But of course, we got to be modest and act like we're not here for a check. We're just here because of the family reunion. And he was like, oh, well, we were in a really good space. And I realized that I need to treat these women better because my mom told me that, hey, you have to remember that one day your kids are going to grow up and they're going to see how you treated their mother on TV. They're able to go back and look at that. And he said after that realization, because I don't know why it took somebody to tell you that, for you to treat these women with some type of respect. But unfortunately, that's what happened. So you decide that, hey, I'm going to be a better man to these women that I have dogged the fuck out of for the past couple of years. Then Peter asks Stevie J about his relationships with his baby mothers. And, you know, we talk about Jocelyn. Jocelyn is a wild cannon. We don't know where she coming and when she going. But for right now, things is straight. But he do feel like, you know, maybe there's some type of tension between him and Mimi, because he was like, for Mimi to be the one hosting this family reunion, why didn't I get an invite from Mimi? Why did I get the invite from Jonathan? I thought we were all cool. And I'm looking like, Stevie, just like an average ass man, you think that everything is peaches and cream. No, we might be cool. I might co-parent with you, but nigga, I am not your motherfucking friend. Period. And I feel like that's how Mimi feels. Like, he's over there, I'm over here. He got his life going on, I got my life going on. It don't need to intertwine and connect until it's time for us to trade the baby out with each other. That's it. So they start to talk about, you know, all the instruments in there. And Peter was like, you know, I play the drums a little bit. You play the guitar. We got all these talented people out here. Why don't we have like this little jam session? I'm sure we could probably get Yo-Yo to come up and spit a few rhymes. So Stevie says, yeah, I think we should really do that. So remember, everybody splitting off. And I guess Marcus is now like the relationship guru of the group. But I mean, I guess he is the best option that we have. I mean, he only had one fuckery moment, so I guess we can nominate him as that. So they're all having this water day, and they're all out on the water and everything, and they was racing, and then everybody comes back to shore. But Peter. So everybody's like, well, where the hell is Peter at? Cisco starts to make this little joke talking about, oh, y'all know Peter's old. He's waiting on his AARP card. He probably got senile and lost out there. Okay, Cisco, even if that was the case, which are not fucking funny, so cut it. Even if that was the freaking case, it's still scary. Like, everybody was like very concerned because it's like we're on the ocean. And stuff happens, and I mean, we have seen time and time again of people going out on the water and not returning with their life. Like, remember that Glee star that happened to, like, was that last year or the year before? Went out there, strong swimmer and all, and died. Like, that's nothing to play with. But luckily, Peter did make his way back. Jonathan was like, hey, we was racing, but I guess I must have, like, really left him behind. But he did come back up, so we, you know, we have to get like the Coast Guard looking for damn Peter. So they Bobby, they all go out to like a little lunch or whatever, and Bobby and Jonathan's like, you know, how they feel welcome in this group. Like, even though they're the more feminine guys of the group, they did not want to hang with the women. They wanted to hang with the guys, and they like, you know, we as gay men, they still need male companionship too, and they are happy that the guys on the trip are very open to them and actually embraces them and brings them into their group setting. So Bobby is talking about him and Erica, and he was like, they're in such a great place right now, and he's so happy and all this. And Peter starts to say how he has an issue with basically being monogamous. And somebody was like, well, maybe you just haven't found the right one for you yet. And he's like, yeah, I think I have. I think I have came across it before and I messed up. And he mentions Tara's name. And I was like, the situation between him and Tara is very confusing to me, because I was like, you was with this lady. You had 3 kids with her. When you got with Amina, you was with her. You living with her. Y'all playing house. But for some reason, you decided to marry Amina, and I really wish we would have dove deeper into that. Like, what made you skip past Tara, who you have at home, that you spent all these years with, to marry somebody that you just met? I just want to know. Trying to keep it all for the boys, because you know it was one of those intertwining things. So I'm trying to do it all the guys, then we're going to talk about what the girls did. So Bobby starts to talk about marriage and how he feels like it can be a little scary at times. And Marky was like, it's only scary if you are not prepared, if you're not ready. A test is only scary if you don't know anything about the test. So, of course, Marcus is being a guru again. And that Jonathan starts to explain, like, how he was married once and he actually got a divorce because he cheated on his partner. And he was like, how he would never do that again because he seen the hurt on that person's face. And he never wanted to put another person through that. And I was like, yeah, I can understand. I ain't never cheated on nobody because that's just not my character, but I have been cheated on. And I can tell you that shit hurts, especially if that's the person that you really thought was the one for you and they dog you like that. Like, that's hurtful. Marcus feels that men of color, especially black men, have it hard to be monogamous because they're always praised for their conquests of sex, like their sex conquest. The more sex they have, the more women they done smash, the more they've been praised for it. Which we all know stems back from slavery, go through our black history. And I think that's just something that men need to grow out of. Like, just as much as people put on women to have self-respect for themselves, don't be out here sleeping around, blah, blah, blah. I think we need to instill those same things in boys. It's not boys will be boys. No. Let them know, like, you're just as precious as a woman and that you shouldn't be giving yourself out freely to any and everybody. It's not cool and it's not cute. So, bounce over to the women. The girls went to the spa and they're getting their hoo-has steamed. And guys, I really want to do that just because I like to try things. So, I would like to do that. But, of course, Shekinah ass is like, they all, what type of family reunion shit? Shekinah, we is not, like, this is not a real family reunion. Like, get that through your head. It's not a real family reunion. It's still a show. We still have to put it on production. Like, it can't be just us playing basketball, eating barbecue, talking shit about each other. Like, we got to do other things. We have to do it. So, I'm just like, it makes me wonder how you and Tiny stayed friends for so long. Especially with all these allegations that's going on with T.I. and Tiny. Like, obviously, Shekinah was not around for any of this so-called foolishness allegedly that happened because her ass is a prune. And she is a stick in the fucking mud. But anywho, we're going to keep on going. So, while they are talking out there, first of all, why is Kimbella's booty so big? I'm sorry, but it had caught my eye while they was on the little thing getting they, like, stuff steamed up, and she was off to the side because I don't think she ever sat on it, and she had on these gray leggings or something. Her booty is just too fucking big. I don't know what the fuck she done stuck up in her, but that shit was huge, and it was distracting me while the girls was talking about whatever they was talking about. Her big old booty is like in the shot in the background. It was just kind of like, it just caught me off guard. Anyway, my mind thought about it. Back to what I'm talking about. Amina is talking to Yo-Yo about the fact that why she left New York is because she felt like Tara and Peter still have something going on. And she's just not comfortable with it. She don't want to be involved in their bullshit no more. So she ended up leaving. While she's talking to her, Brooke walks up. And Brooke is talking about how she overhears Shekinah talking to Tara, basically trying to coach Tara into taking Peter back. And Amina's like, see, this is what I'm talking about. I was just saying this. Like, why is that a conversation? Like, I feel like it's always been something, and I'm glad I finally eventually took myself from it. And I was like, Amina, great job for you. Kudos to you. Let Tara continue to be the fool for Peter. Because that's what she's essentially doing. Is that's what she got going on. Even though Tara's like, she don't want him, and she's moving on, and she wants something new. I feel like if Peter gave her the time of day, spit that good shit in her ear, they'd be back on that goddamn air mattress together, cuddled up. Because Tara is just, I don't know, she's so smart, but she's so dumb at the same fucking time. I also missed that about Amina talking about what do women do. Like, she's asking the group, what do they do about having sex when they don't have a man? You really just don't want to jump randomly into bed with somebody. And Mimi said, oh, my boyfriend is in my nightstand. Uh, that's the answer, ma'am. 200 points for you, girl. All these good vibrators on the market, you better go get you one. I understand that sometimes it be a little lonely and you don't want to do it by yourself, but one thing for sure is two things ain't for certain. Your ass will be very satisfied at the motherfucking end, and you ain't have to you did not sweat your perm out for no fucking reason. Cause sometimes these men don't be doing what they supposed to do. Then somebody brings up the fact like, okay, well, you can't find a man, why don't you try a woman? Because you was all up on Erica the other night. And Amina said, even though she have had experiences with women and she has been with a woman before, she'd rather be with a man because she loved men more. And I was like, okay, Amina, we'll see what's going on. So, it's time for us to go on ahead and start heading back. It's the end of the day. And Erica checks her phone and realizes it's a bunch of notifications on her phone from Instagram. She has been tagged in this photograph of this girl who posted on the internet that Safari has sent her roses for thanking her for the night before or something like that. So apparently, so-called girl Safari was in a video not too long ago at a restaurant with her, and it looked like they was on a date. Safari said it was not a date. He says that he was at the restaurant eating. This anonymous fan recognizes him, sends a drink over. He accepts the drink, and he eventually goes over there to the girl to talk to the girl and basically thank her for the drink, and they sat and had the rest of dinner together. He said he never talked to this girl ever again. That was the last time he saw her. So now Erica's blowing up his phone, so now he's sitting at the table looking stupid as a fuck because Erica done seen this photograph that he keeps saying the girl is lying, but Erica was like, this is your thing, Safari. You always send roses. And they do a clip back went to the VH1 vault and pulled out when Safari first was trying to get with Erica, how he basically flooded the house with a bunch of red roses. She said that's exactly what you do. Safari said the lady is lying. I don't know, Safari. I mean, she could be. I don't know why she would just try to do some shit like that. Could be for clout, but we don't know. But the way you can't look us in the eye on this damn camera lets me feel like you actually did send this woman some roses. And then you keep talking about aren't we going through a divorce? So I can't do nothing while we're going through a divorce? And I do feel like if that's your argument, Safari, it's a pretty good one, because what do you do if you're going through a divorce? Like, if you're going through the divorce, are you not supposed to talk or date or anything with somebody? Because sometimes divorces take a long time. So during that whole process, do you not get to talk to somebody else? And if that is the case, like Erica, if you really go put this man through the process of divorce, then I really don't think you can really say too much to him if you do see him out with somebody. Because wouldn't that be like y'all breaking up? I mean, I'm just asking, because I ain't never been married. I ain't never been through no divorce. I'm just wondering, just in case it ever happens. I'm trying to figure out, am I right or am I wrong if I go on him and, go give me a little sneaky link. Because that's probably all the girl was a little sneaky link, Erica. He really don't want the girl like that. It's just the girl, y'all sleep with Instagram models or whatever, and I don't know, and y'all look at this whole shit with Drake. Like, y'all just gotta stop doing it. So, at this point, Safari is crying in the hallway, and Stevie J, I'm just saying, it's no good men here to be talking to about this stuff. It's just not. Stevie J is in there trying to console Safari. Erica's in her room yelling at Amina about this whole thing. Amina's sitting there trying to console her. And basically was like, it's so many words without telling you, you need to worry about you. Amina was trying to put a little game on her. She was like, I've been here. I've been sitting here. I've been crying. I cried my eyes out. I've been in dark places because of this man cheating on me. And what really gave me the strength to leave was my daughter, because my daughter saw me crying at 1 year old and wiped the tears from my eyes. And it's like, I can't continue to do this. And Erica, you just haven't reached that moment yet. Every woman plays the fool sometimes. And that's the one that you're playing the fool for. And you want to be with him. You want him to do right. But unfortunately, sometimes we just have to realize the person that we wanted to be the one is not the one. And maybe it's just not the one right now. Maybe y'all jumped into this too fast. Maybe y'all do need to backpedal a little bit. Slow it down. Reverse it. And see if this is something that y'all really supposed to be in. Because at the end of the day, y'all rush into this damn whole relationship. Y'all was on one season of one show. The next season Love and Hip Hop came on. Y'all was together. Then the next season, y'all was married. Y'all rushed it in 3 seasons of a show. 16 episodes. I just don't get it. So maybe y'all do need to just take a moment, stop seeing each other, and figure out if this is what you want. Unfortunately, you're 2 kids deep with this man, but I mean, it's just how the cookie crumbles when you rush into a relationship. So Mimi comes into the room and she's trying to figure out what's going on. She's hearing all this ruckus, and Erica is explaining to her everything. It's like, he just sent it before he got here. You abandoned me for months. You abandoned me for months. And so Mimi, trying to be the sensible mind here, and was like, yes, he did send the girl the flowers or whatever. It was before he got here, but it was also before y'all made up. And I guess she's trying to tell her, like, yeah, you could be upset, you could be mad, but at the end of the day, y'all didn't know if y'all was going to be back together. And Erica was just not feeling it. She was not trying to hear none of that. And she started yelling at Mimi, and I would have been, if I was me, I was like, wait a minute now, slow your roll. Now, save that energy for your mans, not for me. I'm just sitting here trying to tell you, like, girl, you're doing a little too much about some flowers when y'all two was essentially broke up. Yes, I understand that it was a couple of days before he got here, but we didn't know what was going to happen when y'all got back here. How we were supposed to know y'all was going to get back together? He don't know that. So, yeah, like, girl, calm down. So, it's time for a jam session. And everybody's out. Everybody done came down. We see Peter playing the drums. We see Stevie J being the DJ, playing the guitar. Because Stevie J can play quite a few instruments. We see Amina. She's playing the piano. Then I think she ended up jumping on the guitar at one point. I was like, I didn't know Amina knew how to play all these instruments either. Brooke get up there. She's doing a spoken word singing type thing, because she really wasn't singing. We know Brooke can sing, but she wasn't singing. Then we had Amina. She gets up there and starts singing one of her songs. I kind of like that song. Now, I don't know why VH1 don't do the whole when the cast sing a song, one of their songs or whatever, put it up there, because I did not see them put that song up there. And I really would like that song. It sounds like a vibe to me. Peter starts rapping. Then Yo-Yo jump in with a little freestyle. We like, okay, I'm feeling it. This is nice. That's how I felt like we don't need to clap. We need to snap our fingers like at the little poetry night things. So then Safari, even though he feeling a little down, he ain't really feeling his best. He go ahead and get on up there on the stage. Let them know what we doing with this rap thing. And I was like, Safari, you said yourself that you was not feeling your best. And it showed all through that performance. That was not good. I'm sorry. So Erica's like there, and she's trying not to make a scene about the whole Safari, the girl on Instagram and everything, because she said, I'm pretty sure everybody is tired of our shit at this point, and we are. Give you the words of damn Tony Braxton mama Evelyn Baxter said it best. If you is not gonna leave that man, let that man cheat in peace. Because Erica, I really don't feel like you're going nowhere. You're gonna continue to hoot and holler until the show becomes uninteresting with y'all two on there, and Mona moves on to the next big thing. I just feel like that's where we're going right now. So she's trying to be on chill, but here comes Shekinah Messy Auntie Ass. Shakana is getting on my nerves. She is really working my nerves. So you start to bring it up. So now everybody who didn't know about the situation now knows about the situation. I was like, damn, girl, you seen that man up there trying to vibe and rap and shit. Eric over there trying to vibe. And here your ass is bring this messy shit up. Shakana is aggravating. So this is what everybody wants to start asking Safari questions. What do you regret it? This and that. Blah, blah, blah. And Safari's like, just not taking accountability of it. And I feel what Kimbella's saying. Like, I understand that you saying it wasn't this and it ain't that. Whatever you saying. But are you taking accountability of the fact that you sent this lady all these flowers? And you went out, you sat at this table what it looked like essentially a date. Safari, you could just simply say, yes, I did it. I didn't think nothing of it. It wasn't hitting for nothing. I'm not trying to be with this girl. I just did a little something. But that's not where it's at. And I didn't realize that, I want my family as much as I do. And I made a mistake. Just say that, Safari. Just say that. And everything will be fine. But no, you gotta put your shades on. You gotta act like you're unbothered by the whole situation. So, the next person who's working everybody's nerves, Cisco. Cisco decides to use this moment to pull Safari to the side to ask him about the whole birthday party thing. Cisco, it wasn't even your fucking birthday. It was somebody else's birthday that you invited him to. And you was too tight about this shit. I'm like, come on. So you pull him to the side and he was like, I just want to let you know, like, if I invite you to something, then you should go. Now, this aggravates Safari. And like Rick said, I told him he keep doing shit at the wrong time. Like, this is not the time. Safari is over here talking to somebody about his relationship. That's what his mind is on. Cisco, don't nobody care about no birthday party for Deb Atney for no motherfucking 2 years ago. If I say I didn't go because I ain't had no sitter, I take it for what it was worth and let it go. So Safari was like, I didn't go, and I should have just told you I didn't want to fucking go. Like, I just did not go. So at this point, Safari feel like, okay, now I feel like you trying me. Because you done pull me from me talking to somebody else to come check me about a birthday party from 2 years ago. Earth to Cisco, people RSVP all day, bruh. It don't show up. You're not the first one, and you won't be the fucking last. And he's not the first one who probably didn't come to one of your parties. And he's not going to be the last. Somebody please get this man off our damn TV. So at this point, Safari feel like you trying him. And he is getting mad. So Peter and Rich jumps in between the two of them. Because Safari really wants to fight Cisco. And I was like, let him fight him. Let him fight him. Because I'm sick of Cisco ass. Cisco needs to go get his shit. Go pack it up and take his black ass home. If it's all this antics is from you not seeing your kids, then you need to go take your ass home. Because you're starting to work everybody's nerve. You coming up here wanting all these apologies. Oh, my only problem is with Safari and Sin. But for some reason, you continuously keep bringing up shit that ain't got nothing to do with nobody. Say you're sorry to Sin for being a fuckboy. Leave Safari alone about some goddamn party that was not even yours. And go about your damn business. Go figure out why that lady won't let you see them kids. I'm beginning to wonder, she probably be like, you getting on my fucking nerves. That's why I want you around. Don't ask about these goddamn kids. It's how I'm about to start feeling how that woman probably felt. Because you is something weird. Well, guys, that was all there was to the damn show. I hope you enjoyed the review. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Shout out to the first subscriber here from day one, Ace Boom Coon. And until next time, bye.